Okay, welcome to part 3 of our ultrasonic tester video series. Basically, we have a running engine here, and you can hear it, and it really doesn't sound anything abnormal. If this engine were in your bay, nothing really would jump out at you as any hellacious noise or something that you would maybe want to make the customer aware of. You would look at this and say, okay, I don't hear anything too crazy. But when I got the ultrasonic tester, I decided to, you want to investigate and you want to play around and see what sounds are. And I went to the pulley area, and I will do that now. And we'll listen and we'll look at the scope too. Basically, I'll get you on the scope, and we will fire up the tester and look at Okay, basically right now I'm going to the area of the pulleys. I'm in the front of the alternator, the back of the alternator, which is kind of chirpy, down by the compressor, over by the water pump. Now I'm going to go to the idler pulley and listen real carefully. Pulley. I will stop the scope and roll it back. There's our idler pulley. And I will get your camera. I want to go show you that idler pulley. And take a look at it. It's right there, and it is it's new, and I want to baseline something, and I want to try to maybe prevent people from going into a rabbit hole with this technology. Is that what I will do, and I'm kind of working backwards here. I will put the original one back on. I'll do it in real time. You'll see me R&R that. I'll do the fast as I can. I'm shooting live, and then we'll make a comparison of what it sounds like. You just heard what it sounded like. I will get you back on the scope, and we will measure the amplitude with the snout very close to the idler pulley. Right here, this is basically I get in a thick area. I'm going to go unfiltered and look at that amplitude. And I'm about 1.38 volts. If I can get it, kind of in the start of the thickness of the blue. Okay, 1.32 volts. Okay, we'll remember that. I'll write that down. Okay. 1.32 volts. That was with the snout in very close proximity to it. I want to get another capture. I will actually change adapters, and I'll put the contact probe on it, and I will touch the center bolt in the pulley. Kind of like that, this thing right here, the center bolt. It'd be another pulley where this thing goes. And I want to see what that, I want to measure that. And we'll make a comparison. So I will switch adapters on the ultrasonic tool. I will put the contact probe on and start it up. And I will go to the, just the test there, I will go to the center bolt of that pulley and touch it. Very carefully. I have to be real careful when you do this. Okay, I can feel it. You can probably hear it. Okay, and I'm away. And I'll stop the scope. And I'll stop the ultrasonic, and I'll stop the car and we'll analyze. Okay. Okay. There is our contact probe at the center bolt of the pulley, and we're looking at about 694 millivolts. That's the amplitude of the sound converted to voltage. That is 694 MV. Okay, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to wing this. I'm going to put the old pulley back on, and we're going to make a comparison of what that's like. So here we go. I'm going to move the camera, and I'm going to do this in real time, and you could watch me. You may want to, if you get the free will, you can accelerate the video. Basically, I'm going to get the power steering reservoir out of the way and get on the serpentine belt tool, 14 millimeter, and get that puppy out of there. And I want to get the old one back in. Okay, get the serpentine belt off first. Adjust the tool. Built off. Okay. Now I'll get the pulley out of there. It's got the 14 millimeter bolt. Bit of a dilemma that's got that. If you ever do one of these, I mean, you guys probably, if you've done the Hondas, they got that nut that's into the back of the tensioner that's sort of hexagonal that has a little spot where it stays in. Sometimes it pushes out. Nut out. I might have dropped. Yes, I did drop it. It's not there. I'm going to find it. Little nut, 17 millimeter nut behind the pulley. Okay, I see it. Magnet time. Magnet. Running low on battery life. Got to hustle. All right, come on. Little magnet, the little nut that fell down. Okay. Okay. So let's struggle. Okay, I see it now. Got it. Okay. Behind the tensioner. Hold it there with a screwdriver. Probably Honda guys know it. We've been down this road. Hold it in with a, everybody's still with me? Okay. You could probably, all right. Got a screwdriver and hold that baby in there from the back side and start the nut. Okay. Getting it, we're getting it. Let's tighten that thing down. Try to get this in one shot. Okay, pulley's on. Now the serpentine belt, and we're up and running. And don't forget the power steering reservoir. I can't forget that. Okay, 14 millimeter. Okay. Okay, put that there. And the harmonic balancer. Okay. All right. All right, back on the scope. See if we got much battery life. We'll hustle like crazy here. New pulley's on, and power steering. Okay, start the car. Okay, take a measurement, start the scoop. Okay, you can see that. I'm gonna start with the contact probe first because I got to hook up. Time is of the essence if we go the distance. Okay, I'm on the middle nut, touching the middle of the pulley. Okay, now we'll switch to the snout and we'll analyze both of them. That's close proximity to the pulley. You've heard that? Okay, if I lose you, I'm coming back for 4. But nonetheless, there is the measurement with the old pulley, which didn't really make any noise to the natural ear. We are at, okay, you look at that, that is 2.3 volts compared to 132. That's with the original pulley. That proves the point that it made a difference, but we want to be careful. We don't want to go be the curious cat and get bit, because it made a little difference, obviously, but it's so subtle that when we use this technology, baseline a bunch of known good cars. You know, you're in a dealer and you got new cars, PDIs, you know, just kind of run the tool around the serpentine belt, each pulley, and see if anything stands out. You know, in this case, something did stand out with the ultrasonic tester, but not the naked ear. And I kind of wanted to do this. I pulled the trigger and got a new pulley just to see the difference. It is a difference, but it's not that much. So just be mindful of that. It's always good to baseline new stuff. Let me go to the roll back into the initial part of the capture to where I had the contact probe on the. Okay, that's the contact probe, which is obviously. Let's see what that is in amplitude. Make a comparison. This is the original pulley, and there's not that much difference. Okay, 739. It was at 6.9, so it's really the same. It really didn't make much of a difference. Again, you heard this car running, now you hear it running national. This is with the original pulley, and it really was something that you wouldn't catch your ear, so to speak, if you were in the shop listening to it. So just, it's such good technology, but just be careful. Don't go down a rabbit hole when you hear a noise that's what you appear to be as abnormal. So anyway, signing off. Technical technician, Dog Nation. I know it took me a long time to R&R the pulley, but that's just, I never was the fastest guy in the world. But anyway, take care and all the best.